Hello everyone, myself Bautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of multimedia networking in advanced networking protocol subject. So that's the one unit, multimedia over internet. So all of you know the concept of networking, but here this particular chapter, that's the part of the multimedia networking. So first of all, at least you know the concept of audio, the concept of video, the concept of streaming, the concept of stored audio, the concept of stored video. So here start with the one by one. So first of all, start with the concept of audio and then after the concept of video. So here you just see the start with the concept of audio. So what is the meaning of multimedia audio? So that's a one kind of analog audio signal and that is sample at constant rate. So already you know mainly two type of signal. One that is known as an analog signal and second one that is known as a digital signal. So here the concept of the quantization, the concept of the sampling, the concept of the time, the concept of the analog signal, the concept of the digital signal, each and every important points, that's the part of the multimedia audio. So analog audio signal sample at constant rate. So two example here you just see the telephone that supported the 8000 samples per second. If you talk about the CD music that supported the 44,100 samples per second, and each and every sample that is quantized that supported the quantization procedure. So quantization procedure, so for example 2 raised to 8 is equal to 256, means all of you know that supported up to the 256 possible quantized value, but each and every quantized value represented by bits. So some of the example here you just see 8 bits for 256 value. For example, the 16 values are there. So at that time total number of bits only 4. For example, 4 values are there. At that time only 2 bits. So these all are the concept for the audio. So must remember one thing, analog audio signal sample at constant rate. Here in this particular figure you just see the concept of the quantization error, the concept of the quantization value of the analog value, then after the analog signal, after that time, each and everything, that's the part of the figure. After that 8000 samples per second that supported the 256 quantized value. So each and every that supported the 64,000 beats per second. These all are the calculation, these all are the examples, that's the part of the multimedia audio. The diagram remain as it is. So receiver converts bits back to analog signal. At that time, if you want to convert into the analog, so must remember one thing, at that time the quality reduction is there. So some of the quality reduction is there in this. So some of the example of the rates. So whenever you talk about the multimedia audio, CD that supported the 1.411 Mbps, MP3 that supported the 96 or 128 or 160 kbps, internet telephony that supported 5.3 kbps and up. So these all are the techniques that supported the multimedia audio part. After that, here you just see this is the most important thing in a multimedia networking. After that, talk about the video. Up to this, at least you know the concept of multimedia audio, the concept of sampling, the concept of quantization, the concept of quantization error, then after the sampling value, each and everything you know. After that, the multimedia video. So what is the meaning of video generally? What is the meaning of video? So video means what? The proper definition of the video is that is sequence of images display at constant rate. Sequence of images display at constant rate that supported 24 images per second, for example. After that, what is the meaning of digital image? So digital image means that supported the array of pixels and each pixel represented by the bits. So first of all, what is the meaning of video? Then after, what is the meaning of digital image? After that, why we use the coding in video? That is generally used for the redundancy within and between the images to decrease the number of bits used to encoding the image. So at that time, mainly two techniques generally used for that. One, that is the spatial, and second one, that is the temporal. Spatial coding, that is within the image, and temporal, that is from one image to next image. So what is the difference between spatial and temporal? So here you just see one example. So whenever I apply the spatial coding, so what is the meaning of that? Instead of sending the n values of same color, in place of that I can directly only send two values. One, that is the color value. Second one, the number of repeated values. So at that time in a spatial coding, I can directly only pass the two arguments. One argument, that is the color value. Second argument, that is the number of repeated values. This is related to the spatial. After the temporal. Temporal coding means what? In a multimedia video, instead of sending the complete frame, in place of that only sending only the difference from the previous frame, not sending each and everything, but only send the whatever the difference between two frames, you can directly send the difference in temporal coding. But in case of the spatial coding, you can directly send the color value and number of repeated value. So this is related to the multimedia video. Again, whatever the content of the multimedia video, you just see in a detail. So first one, two data rate. One, that is known as a CBR. Second one, that is known as a VBR. What is the difference between CBR and VBR? CBR means constant bitrate and VBR means variable bitrate. Video encoding rate fixed, that is known as a CBR. But video encoding rate changes as amount of spatial temporal coding changes, that is known as a variable bitrate. So must remember one thing, video encoding rate changes, that can be the part of the variable bitrate, and video encoding rate fixed, that can be the part of the CBR. Examples of the multimedia video: one, MPG, that can be used with the CD-ROM, that can be used with the DVD. So these all are the techniques. Again, the whatever the figure here, that remain as it is for the multimedia video. After that, application types. Here I am talking about the concept of multimedia networking. First point in multimedia networking is multimedia audio. After that, the concept of multimedia video. After that, multimedia networking supported the different application. So which type of the application, that's a part of the multimedia networking? First one, that is known as the streaming store audio video. Here, at least you know the concept of streaming, at least you know the concept of storing. So streaming means what? It can begin the play out before downloading the entire file. So must remember one thing, no requirement for the download, you can directly begin the play out before downloading the entire file. That is the part of the streaming. But what is the meaning of store at server? So the transmission speed, that can be the faster than audio video will be rendered. That is the most important example here. So any examples of the streaming store audio video? So mainly three examples. One, that is the YouTube. Second one, that is the Netflix. And third one, that is the Hulu. After that, conversational voice video over IP. Conversational voice video over IP. So why we use this? So that is generally used for interactive nature of human to human conversation, between human to human conversation, and with using this you can directly limit the delay tolerance. The proper examples of that, Skype. Skype, that is the example of the conversational voice video over IP. And third one, streaming live audio video. So live sporting event. So already you know the one sports, that is the football or IPL. So that's the part of the streaming live audio video. After that, streaming multimedia supported the different protocols. So start with the one by one. So first of all, talk about the streaming multimedia UDP. UDP, what is the full form of UDP? User Datagram Protocol, that support at which particular layer? Support at transport layer, connectionless or connection oriented. So connection oriented protocol. So here you just see streaming multimedia with the help of UDP. So server sends at rate of for the client. So here rate can be treated like this. One, that is known as a send rate. Another name, that is the encoding rate. And another name, that is the constant rate. Either you directly execute the constant rate or encoding rate or send rate. And one most important term already you know in a networking, the transmission rate. Transmission rate can be different according to the congestion level. That is the first important point. Second important point in UDP, that is the short playout delay. Means only 2 to 5 seconds to remove the network jitter. This is the characteristic for the streaming multimedia with the help of UDP. Third one, that support the error recovery. Either that is the application level or time permitting. Fourth one, that is used by the RTP already. So RTP means that is a one kind of multimedia payload types. And one, the most important one, UDP may not go through any firewall. UDP may not go through any firewall. Means if I want to use the UDP protocol in a streaming multimedia, so how I can use this particular protocol? So that's the characteristics for that. After that, another one protocol at the application layer. The name of that, HTTP. So streaming multimedia HTTP. What is the full form of HTTP? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That supported at which particular layer? At application layer. And must remember one thing, HTTP supported the different method already you know in a chapter number 2. So here you just see that supported the HTTP GET method, HTTP PUT method, then after the concept of POST method. So if you want to retrieve any multimedia file, so with using the HTTP GET method, you can directly retrieve the multimedia file. Another important characteristic, send at maximum possible rate under the TCP, means here that is the collaboration between the HTTP and TCP. The fill rate that fluctuate due to the TCP congestion control. So at that time you can directly use the retransmission. Another thing, larger play out delay. So with using this you can directly apply the smooth conduction for the TCP delivery rate. And the last most important point regarding this, that is the HTTP TCP passes more easily through firewall. So must remember one thing, UDP not passing through firewall very easily, but HTTP and TCP passes more easily through firewall. This is the second one. After that, one most important concept here in multimedia streaming, that is known as a DAS. What is the meaning of DAS here? DASH. D means dynamic, A means adaptive, S means streaming, and H means HTTP. Dynamic adaptive streaming over HTTP. So at that time this particular DAS is divided into two parts. One that is for the server, second for the client. How I divide the video file in a server? So the characteristics is that it divides the video file into the multiple chunks. Chunk means already you know that's a one kind of block. Each and every chunk stored encoded at different rates, and you can directly creating a one manifest file that providing the URL for different chunk that related to the server. But what about the client functionality? So client functionality supported, it periodically measure the server to client bandwidth. So it directly consulting the manifest file and request one chunk at a time. So whenever you're requesting one chunk at a time, it choosing the maximum coding rate sustainable for the given bandwidth. Means for this particular bandwidth, which particular technique that's the best one, it can directly retrieve the best one. And the last important point regarding this, it can choose different coding rates at different points in time. So that depends on the bandwidth, that depends on the available bandwidth, that depends on the available bandwidth at particular time. So these all are the important parameters. Based on that, you take the decision from the client side. So that is the streaming multimedia DAS. DAS means, again I repeat, that's the dynamic adaptive streaming over HTTP. After that, DAS supported one intelligence. And intelligence at client side or server side? So at client side. So client directly determine when to request the chunk. Means if I want to request a particular block of data or particular chunk, so when to request a particular chunk, so one intelligence at the client side is there. Another one, what encoding rate to request, means at which particular speed you want to retrieve this particular chunk. And third one, where to request chunk, at which particular URL you can directly requesting this chunk. So these all are the different characteristics for the streaming multimedia DAS. Again I repeat, whatever I talk here, streaming multimedia that supported the three. One, that is the UDP, second one, that is the HTTP, and third one, that is the DAS. So that's all about the concept of the introductory part of the multimedia networking. Thank you for watching.